African Ascent, as usual, is honored and takes great pride in bringing you selected guests whom we make every effort to see to it that you get challenged by them, stimulated by them, enlightened by them, provoked by them, and occasionally entertained by them. My guest tonight, a young kid, 17 years old only, whom I have known ever since he was a toddler. His father happens to be one of my best friends and also a family friend, a very, very close family friend. His father is a chemist and his mother is a geologist. And he is currently a student at one of the most prestigious high schools in the country, Lincoln Sudbury Regional High School, from which he will be graduating on his way to music schools. I hope Berkeley would be a place that you'll eventually be interested in. I think Berkeley is interested in him. So tonight then, African Ascent celebrates Ezra Turune's 70th birthday. Right. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, Ezra, it appears that we're going to have fun this afternoon.
Definitely.
You and your friends, Mark and David, who've been rehearsing on a very short notice for inordinate number of hours, are going to give us their level best tonight.
Right.
So, Ezra, what I thought we should talk about is your high school days. In fact, prior to that, your elementary school days, all the school days that you remember, during which you must have somehow, correct me if I'm wrong, somehow discovered music.
Yeah, I actually discovered music before, I think, my elementary school days, or maybe in the kindergarten phase. That was like the first year of my elementary school. And yeah, that was sort of like the blooming period or something where it sort of took off, I guess. That's like around the age when I started piano lessons. A few times I played for the school, like when we'd have assemblies, they usually have people playing the piano beforehand or something like that. And I did that a few times, and it's a good experience. And I think, yeah, those are sort of the formative years for, I don't know, my musical path, I guess.
Of course, quite a path. And something tells me that when you began discovering your interest in music, as you say, in kindergarten, you must have experimented with many musical instruments. It couldn't possibly be just one, right?
Well, I only had an electric piano at that age. The electric piano did have multiple like instrument sounds on it.
Yeah.
So I could play the fake saxophone or, fake drum kit. That's fun to mess around with. But really the focus, I guess, was, the keyboard. I didn't really start into other instruments until I was older, and that wasn't ever they never became another one of my primary instruments. I guess piano's been constantly the one instrument that I'm, primarily trained on.
This was in kindergarten. Were you interested in other things beside music?
Fighter jets.
Fighter jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to an air show, and then ever since then, sort of got hooked on aviation, I guess. Yeah, and I guess video games too. Like any good kindergarten.
Can you remember? I'm sure you can, although this is impromptu. If somebody asked me what I'm about to ask you, I doubt that I would have much to say, but I'm sure that you'll have considerably more to say than I ever could. Do you remember what it was like to grab that first instrument and then hear it releasing organized sound, which is what music is? Do you remember?
You mean the first time I played?
The first time you played, yes. The first time that you really began playing.
Appreciating it?
Yes. Touching it and playing with it and
I can't remember
banging it against the wall. I'm sure you did not do that,
No.
right?
I can't remember the first time
Yeah.
that I sort of had that moment of appreciation.
Yeah.
But I do remember, lots of times when I just play around on the piano, making my own tunes, using the different voices that the keyboard has.
At what age was this?
I don't know, around first grade up, sort of. I'd say maybe 8 or so, 8 and above.
Yeah.
Just messing around, nothing like, really impressive, but just fun for me, I guess. And the keyboards sometimes had demo tracks,
Yeah.
which are really cool.
Yeah.
They were made to emphasize all the aspects of the keyboard. Those are fun to listen to, and I'd play along with them. But those were the years when, I had a lot of fun with the keyboard, and so sort of for the first time.
Do you recall some kids exactly around your age who were also interested in music, and in that you were occasionally competing with them?
Yeah, there's a couple of my close friends who are also into piano. I actually just a year or two ago started going to a new piano teacher who has been training them for a long time. They're also they're very talented. So it's been fun to, like, I don't know, not really a competition, but sort of just to appreciate someone else,
Yes.
Playing the piano like you do. Same kind of classical music, same tastes. And now that we're with the same teacher, it's sort of, even more so exposed to other people's playing.
Yes.
Going to more competitions, hearing more people at, like, performance workshops. So it's been a good experience to see what others have, what other musical talent there is. Because out of my friends, I think I'm the only pianist, the only person who's primarily focused on the piano. Some of my friends play bass and drums and, horns. But yeah, it's been a good experience.
And again, when did you then begin really focusing on your musical skills to the point that for a while you even must have thought that you would like to be a professional musician one day? Did you ever feel that passionate about your skills?
I'm not sure that I can say that at one point I felt like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I'm proud of how far I've come, and sometimes I have a deadline to make, and I really put in the work, and I get a lot done, and I'm proud of my skills, and that I have the ability to really, hunker down and learn something when I really need to. And it is definitely really nice to sort of see the fruits of my labor, whether it's like an award or a performance that went really well, or just a recital, or compliments that people who saw it give me. But I've never really thought seriously about whether I want this to be like a career, and I don't know if I'll have an answer to that anytime soon. But it's definitely going to be a part of my life, for sure.
For sure. About how many hours do you roughly put in exclusively
That depends.
on music?
Do you mean like during school days, or during
school
vacation?
days,
School days.
vacations?
Do
you practice every day?
I try to. That's my piano teacher's rule. She says try to get an hour a day.
And you've been doing that?
Yeah. So sometimes, because I'm in my senior year, this is like the SATs, the college admissions time. I'm not able to do it every day, but when I do, I make sure I do the whole hour. And it used to be hard to practice when my parents used to. My parents really have a big part in it, because they Ezra, do your piano, no TV.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, they sort of kept me on it. But as I get older and more appreciative of what I'm playing, it's easier to spend an hour on the piano.
Mhm, mhm. And of course, you must have been quite excited, and I would be surprised if you weren't, for making it to Berkeley's summer programs, although you chose
Right.
not to go.
Right, I couldn't because I was actually
You were
preparing
admitted and you were given perhaps
scholarship.
a scholarship.
Right.
And Berkeley, very much like Harvard, chooses its students very carefully. I know you're by temperament quite humble, which is a virtue, but I want you to take a good look at this achievement and not take it lightly.
Definitely.
It is a sign
Right.
of a potential that you might want to develop into
For sure,
a
yeah.
career.
Yeah, the reason that I didn't actually go...
We have 4 minutes left, so.
Okay, the reason I didn't go to the program actually was because I've been preparing for I think it's part of the Royal Conservatory of Music, but I've been preparing since maybe over a year now for a musical exam, and it encompasses, you have to play 2 etudes and 4 different pieces from 4 different, time periods and styles of music, like romantic and Baroque kind of thing.
Yes.
And so that's 6 pieces, 6 substantial pieces that you have to perfect. And then you have to know every single scale with the formula patterns, 4 octaves up, 4 octaves down, like 4-note chords. And it's all this theory stuff as well. And, the summer was like, since school didn't allow me to really get in the time for that, because you really need to devote a lot of time, I used the summer for that. And sometimes I practice 4 hours a day or so. But yeah, it's for this exam that I've been preparing so long for it.
Yes.
And I needed to, I need to make sure that, all that work doesn't go unrecognized, I guess. Of course.
And I have this feeling, correct me if I'm wrong, that you're the type who knows the importance of knowing the history of music. You're not the type who thinks that you're going to originate a musical form that was never played before.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, music, since it's human expression, there's a lot of original music out there, and people every day can create original things, but it's been around for thousands of years, and it's not exactly easy to just come up with a style and say this is completely original, no one's ever done it. So it's good to know what happened in the past, and first of all, it gives you an appreciation of what you're actually playing, and second of all, there's a lot of musical geniuses that have lived, like Mozart or Beethoven.
That's right.
And there's a lot to learn from what they have composed theory-wise that not only can just help you, learning pieces, you can recognize certain things, but also to create your own pieces, because you may not have known that this kind of scale produces the kind of sound you're looking for. So yeah, appreciation-wise and actually playing-wise, I think history of music is important.
Excellent. I think we're about to go on a break, and when we come back, we're going to have Ezra Truna and friends blow our minds out. They're going to play jazz for us. This has been your host, Teodros Kiros, for African Ascent.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
In 1990, in Severn, Maryland, the daughter of a clergyman was discovered by a music industry insider while pumping gas at a service station. The odds of her getting signed and spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of this former church choir singer going on to sell 40 million records? 1 in 15 million. The odds of the same woman winning 6 Grammy Awards and starring in 2 Broadway plays? 1 in 75 million. The odds of this musician and performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Early diagnosis can make a lifetime of difference.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
If you feel like it. Exactly, so I wanted more.
He does it a little faster than this.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
6 minutes. Less than 6, about 5.